Welcome everyone to what is an unbelievable and crazy game on what map? Mega Random here. And this is in the series Casting the Casters. And you're going to look down here at the right hand side or up here at the top and you're going to say, wait a second, there's no caster called Monster Truck. There's no caster called Controller Player. But you already know, in the red over here, we have Dave. We have Dave playing on a PlayStation controller at almost 1400 ELO, 1388 at the start of this game against Monster Truck, a similarly ranked player. Now, if you're like me, you are ashamed and you should be. This man, Dave, who says he hasn't played a standard 1v1 in months, is 1400 on a controller. That's better than most of the players. That's well above average at this game, and he does it on a controller. We're going to check in on some APM, and okay, so his APM on this controller is pretty wild. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's a better APM than I get. So let's talk a little bit about the civs and the map and see what we're going to be getting into here, as we have Dave over here in the red playing as the Burmese. And on this map, each player is starting deep in a valley, and they have just a little horsey, which probably doesn't have much line of sight. It's okay on the line of sight. And let's check this out. So this central area is just a giant marsh. It's like a crater on either side. There's a lake at the top of the mountain, but it's very shallow, which is unique. But there's a lot of deer out here. Dave has found his other sheep. There's berries at the back. He's got gold at the back, kind of on either side, and the berries in the back. Kind of a similar thing over here, except the berries in the front, gold on either side of the back, and these two stones over on this side, and a big patch of deer for Monster Truck as well. Now, Dave's deer are forward. I could see that being a problem in the Feudal Age if the Celts decided to Scout Rush, but Scout Rushes aren't really a Celt strategy. You're looking more at like a Men-at-Arms rush. I don't really know how far. It feels like the players are very far away from each other, but maybe they're not. Maybe it's actually closer than it feels. Now, this is interesting for Dave over here with 5 on deer. I think that's just wasted time according to Spirit of the Law. 4 on deer is really the max number for efficiency, and you get a lot of diminishing returns after that. Now, if you look at this map, really, it's just going to be concentrated. There's not a whole lot of map control that seems super important. Both players down in a crater. You can't be attacked from the front of your base, but the sides of the crater are going to be what really matters. You don't want your opponent getting castles up on this part of your map. You want to be holding that, protecting that area of your map. It looks like it would be a fairly passive map, except this is all wide open. So it could be a very aggressive map. But like I said, these players are pretty far away from each other. Celts versus Burmese. Burmese are a good monk civilization, and a good civ with their unique unit, the Arambai, is a pretty solid unit. Though I'm still unconvinced since the balance changes to it a while back, several months ago. Now, on the other side, we're very familiar with the Celts that Monster Truck is using. And you can see he's got 4 on this deer, 3 on this deer. Now, 3 are just as efficient as 4 if you micro them, and if the deer are a little farther away from your drop-off point. 4, you get the max food. 3, you might get the max efficiency. Obviously, 5 or 6, you get more food, but the efficiency diminishes to a point where it's not really worth it. Now, you can see Monster Truck, 56 seconds of idle TC time, and Dave over here on the controller with only 20 seconds of idle TC time. Dave just walling up. He's got to keep this game, I'm guessing, rather slow-paced and protected. I think that's what he likes to go into. I haven't ever watched him play on a controller. It's just mind-boggling. But this man is 1400 on a controller. He makes all of us look bad, and he does it on a PlayStation controller. If you ever want to check out him playing on a controller, he does it on his stream. And he has the controller up in this area of his screen where you can see exactly what buttons he's pressing and when he's pressing them. Now, this is Dave. I would love to see Dave try some quick walls with the controller and wall in the scout. I don't think we're going to see that. That's not something you can really do. We see a little bit of a difference of opinion on the approach to use as Monster Truck is getting ready to do, I would say, a Men at Arms rush. Anybody on gold? He hasn't taken any gold, so maybe not. Perhaps not. But he's getting the barracks down like a Men at Arms rush. Except he would need about 2 on gold at this point. Whereas Dave just going on up for just a defensive fast castle build, I would say, as he's got his 6 farms down, he's got his 5 on berries, he's got 5 on deer, he's got a few out here on wood, he's walling on up, and he needs to get some gold in, and he'll be on the way for a fast castle at 26 villagers, so I'd say that's what we're looking at here, unless he does a fast castle. No, it wouldn't make sense to sell your stone for Burmese. I was going to say, you can do a fast castle with just selling your stone instead of mining gold, perhaps. I've never tried that. But this tree, Dave's got to watch out for an overchop. There's going to be a hole in his base. I'm sure he will notice that eventually. And he could go ahead and take out this scout horse from Monster Truck, which he's trapped in. And, oh, he begins to. And the horse is going to get away. Yes, Dave, you got to get that quicker. The horse gets away. And Monster Truck just going for the same thing. But not a Man-at-Arms rush. He's going for scouts as the barracks comes down. He sees the exposed deer villagers, I'm guessing, and wants to take advantage of that. Yes. No, he has not scouted that, although he is just about to. He sees the deer, he sees the villagers now, and he sees a target as he is not making scouts. Okay, as he makes scouts. He's got a target, but will he be able to get anything? This is already walled up by Dave. Just completely, totally walled. Dave's worried. He's checking for holes. This is what you want to do, guys. If you think you're walled up, just click a villager outside. If you're walled up, the villager can't make it out, and you're walled up. If the villager can make it out, guess what? You're not walled up. Dave dropping a market right here, and 3 villagers on gold. Yeah, this is just a naked fast castle for Dave. However, scouts are going to be coming in here. I don't think they're going to be able to stop this, although it can be a hassle on this one villager. This villager is loomed, but it's going to be a problem for this villager. Dave, as he's going to retreat behind his walls. This villager, can he quick wall with the controller? Let's see it, Dave. Do it. Oh, no. Nope, didn't happen. Villager goes down. That blacksmith's going to have to be deleted and replaced inside. And, okay, Dave smartly does not let the scouts in, sends the 3rd villager in. Let's see him place the blacksmith. Dave, you got the wood. Place the blacksmith so you can go up. Not doing it. So this is really some time that Dave didn't need here. Doing nothing now. I would not want to see any more scouts come out. So he's got Monster Truck over here, has 3 scouts. Monster Truck in the blue. Also walled up. Dave, he's got this whole corner. He's got 3 golds walled in. Monster Truck only with 2. Could have walled out here, but that wouldn't have made a difference. He would have only still had 2. Just some extra space and this extra very, very nice wood line back here, which Dave has something somewhat similar. That's just, wow, that's a stretched out wood line. Anyway, Dave, on the way to the castle age, he's just doing a fast castle, probably into, I'd have to imagine he's just going to go for knights, right? Because as Burmese, okay, no, he's heavy on stone. There it is. He's going to go for Arambai. Fast castle into defensive castle Arambai is what we're looking at here from controller player. While Monster Truck looks for a way in, looks for a hole, Dave is being very attentive up here, making sure there's no holes in the wood line, walling up these holes before they ever happen. Well done by Dave. Monster Truck on the way to the castle age himself now, not quite 2 minutes behind. and he'll be shifting, I would assume. Okay, here comes the villager. Yes, going to be shifting into knights, and I think this villager is probably going to head all the way out here, or here. I think here, for forward siege. Let's see after this villager finishes up building the stable where he heads. Now, they've forced to do some walling behind. Let's see. We're going to see the forward villager. I don't know if you really want to go all in against the Arambai Civ, as they're going to have a castle in defense. So maybe not. Maybe we're just going to see some knights out to prolong the game, to put some pressure on. Yeah, that's what we're going to see. 3 stable knights from the Celt player, which Celts are a weird knight civ. They get paladin. They don't get bloodlines. I don't believe they're not very good at knights because of the lack of bloodlines. Yeah, see, the lack of bloodlines means they're never going to be a good knight civ as the castle on the way down for Dave. Controller player is going to just go ahead and get this. Now, I would love to see Monster Truck attacking this gate, but no, Monster Truck is looking around for another area of attack. There's not one, let me tell you. There's not one. I think he's not, because that's just a quick, easy wall. There's only 1 tile gap behind that. Monster Truck is going to be seeing this castle come up, backing off from there, and knights coming out yet for a Monster Truck. Yes, 3 knights already on the way out. Dave getting his eco upgrades, as he really needs to do to be efficient in this type of situation. The monastery coming down. No surprise there. Now Dave needs to pull a villager and stop that. He does. He's on the ball, all over this. No concerns, and he's shifting his wood eco to these safe wood lines. Dave walling up, keeping himself protected as the knights come out. This villager's just hanging out over here. So Dave's idle eco percentage has been 2.8%. With a controller, I think that's alright. You know? So 32 to 36 villagers, 2 to 10 in the military, but monks and Arambai coming out. The monks will protect himself, the Arambai be able to pressure forwards. A second town center coming down for Dave. He's going to be able to catch up on that 4 missing eco. Must not have an idle villager hotkey, because he's sure not hitting it, as this villager has just been hanging out forever. 1 more idle villager around here somewhere for Dave. I don't know where that villager is actually hanging out. Just chilling there. Oh, okay, and this monk looks rather trapped. Interesting. Anyway, Dave has... There's no way that monk's trapped. I don't know how that monk got there. There's the forward siege. So, Monster Truck is going to pressure this side of Dave's base. However, Dave, getting the monks out. I think he'll be alright. He's going to have to rotate across there, or wall up behind here. Okay. Alright, he's going to need to wall up here. And the monk gets no conversion attempt. Dave. Yeah, so the Arambai, he's pretty far behind in military, but he does have the second town center up much quicker. He's catching up in eco and will soon pass Monster Truck. So Monster Truck really needs to do some damage if he wants to, you know, win in this game, as Dave is pulling ahead in eco. Monster Truck pulling further ahead in military. However, he's just not making military at this point, just hanging out. Whoa, Dave. That's not what no, this is never going to work. This looks like a nightmare for... Okay, this is better. Now, there's still a hole there. Yep. Yes, good. Alright, bringing the Arambai, bringing the monk. Bring the Arambai, Dave. Bring the Arambai. Alright. The knights back away. No conversions there. And here comes the siege. So Dave is going to add another layer of walls. This is wild. This man is on a controller. Need I remind you? Now, I don't love his position. I'll be honest. I don't love being 11 to 21 in military. I don't love going full defense by him and giving up full map control to the Celt player. I don't love all these things. But he's not really behind his eco. 45 to 46 now. 46 to 46. as he still has an idle villager hanging out somewhere. Dave, going to get ahead in eco. Going to soon be able to add a third Townsend. Going to soon be just, yeah, far ahead in eco. So he's losing map control. He's losing more and more of his base. That's fine. That's okay. He's okay with that. Now 13 to 25 military. I don't love that. And now as Monster Truck, you've got no pressure coming at you. You're not able to do any quick direct damage. I would love to see Monster Truck adding a TC back here or over here, or even spreading out and adding a TC up here. Just get some more map control, get some more eco, as you haven't fallen behind yet. You can stay steady in the eco and get ahead and keep your military advantage. Now Sanctity coming in, it gives the monks extra hit points. I'm guessing he's also got technology to convert the siege and the second castle coming down for Dave. So he's just got to hold a little bit longer. The house goes down for another one. Gonna get dropped there. Eventually. Okay, another house getting dropped there. As Dave drops the town center. He loses villager. 4 scouts here. Dave doesn't want those to get in. However, he does have an Aaron by Mass, all doing exactly what I said earlier. Getting his Aaron by Mass out there to put some pressure on, defending with the monks. The castle is going up. Dave locking down his base. He's not afraid, and now he can add a third town center if he wants to. He's got the resources for that. He's adding barracks. He's going to go for pikemen and Aaron by. And you can see these Aaron by, they whiff on like every shot. But if they hit, they do some serious damage. And forcing the army back home. Now Dave's got to get out of here with these Aaron by. But he's just protected himself. He's safe. He's secure here in his base. As the horse runs through and you can see all of it. Now this, that's not a bad fight. I guess take that. Nah. As Dave is able to micro down knights as they try to chase him down. Now, against a massive unit, Aaron by, when they miss, they still do full damage on missed shots. If the missed shot lands on another player. Dave trying to get out of here. Monster Truck trying to maybe flank, trying to keep his eco safe. Dave's got to get this military out of here. And he does that. I think he could be doing some stop micro. Monster Truck getting the forward monastery down. Now this I don't like to see. Why are these guys all hanging out here with these scout cavalry out on the loose? Dave getting the third PC down. He's playing this really aggressively. He feels like that he's got the military distracted enough, but 18 to 25 military, I don't think he does. Don't think that's the case, but here come the conversions. Oh, wow. Wow. He's going to pull off. That was beautiful. Okay, Dave, hats off to you, my man. What a move. Just turns the military control around just like that. This castle, that's never going to happen now. He gets his conversions. He just baited those knights the whole way across the map. Back across here. Right to here, and was able to get 4 conversions with his monks, each monk getting his conversion, and not even lose all the monks. Now, Monster Truck still has a pretty good army. Dave's following these villagers in, realizing, hey, that's probably a castle drop. Dave's got some military hanging out here and there and everywhere, and I don't think this castle's going up. This military, yeah, needed to stay with the villagers, did not need to head out across the Monster Truck, though, on the way to Imperial Age. As soon as he clicks it, big problem. That castle was supposed to be Monster Truck's building. Monster Truck now. Looking around, adding a building. Here we go, adding university up here to get to Imperial. Dave, not... Oh, Dave's already on the way up. Oh, my. Dave, what? This guy is better than you, better than me, on a controller. What? It's not clean. He's got 9 minutes of idle TC time. He doesn't really have a whole lot of micro. But his APM, his APM's better than mine. Probably better than yours. We'll see at the end of the game if his overall APM is better than mine or not. I sure hope it's not. Now, controller player is behind in the military again, but first to imp by such a long while, as Monster Truck had really that was supposed to be his imp building, and then he was going to pressure the castles. That didn't work out. Dave denied that push, delaying for 2 minutes Monster Truck's imp time, as he had to drop a university with one villager. I think it would have been better served to drop it back here and get up faster and bring the castle back and put the castle here. Now this is still 23 to 20 military for Monster Truck, and the monk numbers aren't there anymore. Dave has given up on the monks and is just making Arambai. Arambai take micro to deal with knights. Yeah, they deal with knights, but they take some micro to do it. Now, Dave just wandering around the map. He's up to imp. What's he gonna make immediately upon reaching imp? Any sort of transition. He's getting some cavalry upgrades, husbandry, conscription. He wants to pump out. Well, let's see if he's made any other buildings. He's got one stable to get husbandry. Nothing. He's just going to keep going all in. Arambai is what it appears. And I think he's saving resources for elite Arambai, as he does not make any at the moment. And these guys are not a bad unit. As he just gets those just cleaned up, and he is going to come over here. Why can he come over here? Well, he's got husbandry. He's just going to take some fights, back away to his own castles, get some shots in, and not lose anything. That's kind of the game plan with these microable, fast cavalry archer type units. Dave gathering in the relics. He's got 2 relics. Two relics to 0. I do believe 2 relics to 0. I'm only seeing 4 on this map, which is unique. Now Dave is gonna place a castle, but that's not gonna work, Dave. Not gonna work. And boom, he realizes, okay, that's not the place. Now, Dave, just come over here and place it. It's right here. Just walk right across there. Okay. Nope, he wants to treb that castle down. He does not want to. He feels like he has the military control. Monster Truck are really struggling on gold. There's gold there and a big gold here, but Monster Truck is struggling to keep his eco clean. I've been watching some higher rated games, some professional level games, and I can definitely see the difference. Over here, we're going to attribute this to the controller, to the misplays, but Dave's eco is so much more balanced, so much more prepared. He's got so much more of a plan and a strategy, and it makes so much more sense. Whereas Monster Truck, he's able to do things faster than Dave, but Dave's plan is just a little bit better. Now, Dave, in the dock that he made on the giant pond, which has no fish, Dave has now created a demolition raft. Now, Dave, you got to go ahead and upgrade that and make that heavy demos. All right, make heavy demos. I want to see it. Heavy demos versus the knights that are turning into cavalier eventually, surely. Monster Truck just kind of hanging out. He's not doing anything right now. Pikeman. Why are you going Pikeman? It's not the play. Treb coming out. Now, is Dave going to trickle Treb? I do think he could get away with it, as he's under his own castle fire. This is not a situation where it's called trickle trebbing. This is okay. Over here, Dave. He's taking some map control with stables. What's he going to make out of the stables? Is he going to go elephants? I doubt it. Burmese have some pretty spicy elephants. Don't think. Oh, this did upgrade these to demolition ship. Dave's got to be so excited for this. He's so happy. Dave has to be so thrilled. Dave. You forgot something. Kind of important. And your little plan here, Dave. Send it out here. Yes, now he's doing it. He forgot to protect his trebuchets and just throws 2 away for absolutely nothing. But He's got such a massive advantage in this game. I don't think he can lose. As the light caps stream out, the siege on this side, Dave getting ready to start the two-pronged attack, just out pressuring the opponent. Now, Dave, come on. No, send the Treb up here. Send it up here, Dave. Dave! Just not a good play, Dave. Send the Treb out here. Get him to come in to snipe it, and then demo it, okay? You gotta use these demos, which is amazing. The fact that he goes for stuff like this makes Dave just... he always talks when he's casting about, oh, I would do this, I would do that. I wondered, is that true? Does he actually go for a demolition? A demo hit every game? Yeah, he does. If there's water, he's got a demolition ship in it. Here we see the evidence of that now. A lot of Celt Scorpions and the Knights. Oh, the Knights. The carnage on these Knights. But if he put these Trebs out here, this would have allowed him an opportunity to use the demos. Hey, don't. Yeah, there you go. And just these are just regular Scorpions. And they just get destroyed by these dart-throwing elite Arambai. Dave didn't even get to use his demos. Just didn't even get to make it happen. As he's expanding both sides of the map. GG. Well played, Bald Man, says Monster Truck, and Dave probably hits him with the GG back, but it's kind of hard to do on a controller. I would have to imagine. Maybe he can't hit him with GG back. I don't know. Statistics. We see controller player in at a spicy 25 APM, which is in the range of what I do. Wow, that hurts. And Monster Truck over here with a 36 APM. So Dave, not only is he smarter than me, he's just as fast as me on a controller. Unbelievable. So let's check the rest of the statistics as Dave had just really complete dominance and control, walling up, castling up, protecting himself, ready to go to the next age, each time ahead of his opponent. With the Arambai versus the Knights, a 2.31 KD ratio, 81 to 35. The buildings destroyed, yeah, Monster Truck. He pushed in, but he never got there. 4 conversions, all in that one fight, turning the tide of military control in that battle. And you see on the economy, Dave just wrecking Monster Truck with his just better eco. Unbelievable. Faster castle time, faster time. That macro was just so nice. The society stats, 100 to 60 villagers. 40 vill lead for Dave at the end of that game with more town centers, more production, and APM, just wild stuff. Absolutely wild stuff. Dave averaging an unbelievable 25 actions per minute in Age of Empires 2, an RTS game, on a PlayStation controller. Unbelievable.